Peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light. Shout out Hookah Anonymous. Hookah Anonymous. He saw this picture in my community post and he said, "It's not coming through. I can't see it." And you see, this is Zeus. Okay. Now, let's come out of here right quick. I'll take you to the original shot. Zoom in. Now we're going to zoom in completely on the face, folks. Here's his white hair. You see his pointed ear, the intense eyes, his nose, his lips, his beard. And his beard is curving over this way. Here's his hair. Now I'm going to zoom in tight and let it resonate. Shout out Hookah Anonymous. Hope you can see this, bro. Now, do you see, like when I'm zoomed in, you see the eyeballs, the nose, the black lips, the beard, the hair, the pointed ear. Shout out Rashad Jamal because someone posted a video. Matter of fact, We Are Woke channel. Shout out to you too. Posted a video and Rashad Jamal was talking about Zeus, and he was talking about the lion in reference to the Lion's Gate. Now I'm gonna back that out for a visual. Eyes, nose, mouth, beard, pointed ear, white hair. Now I'm gonna go to the one that's enhanced. A little bit of contrast, take out some of the light, add a little dark, and there you go. Hold that in tight. You see the intense eyeballs, the nose ridge, the lips, the mustache that goes over into the beard. Again, the pointed ear and the crazy looking hair. Now let's zoom in as tight as we can. Now I'm gonna hold that in there for you for perspective. See his face? Now, I don't know anyone on the internet that's showing this type of stuff this clear. And right across from him, this is from an older video that's on my channel, but I bring stuff back because a lot of people don't go deep into the archives of the channel. This flathead woman with the black hair looks like Cruella de Vil. Here we go. I'll zoom in on her because that's who Zeus is interacting with. See the nose, the mouth, the giant chin, the salt and pepper gray hair, the massive forehead. Sitting right across, and right under her, which is meshed into her, the blue horned demon. Now, let me pull my device closer so I'll take you on a complete zoom in of the face. Nose, mouth, devilish looking eye, horn, pointed ear. Everything I show is there, 100%. There's no two ways around it. Here's a picture of Thor, the real Thor. Not the character that they give you on the Marvel movies. You see the face. This has been done before, but I'm reintroducing it. You see the bony crown structure on the head. You see the hammer with the stick and then the actual hammer part. I mean, shoulders, body. Now, this entity has an animal face like a cat. Now, I'm going to zoom in tight. Hold it there. You see the eyes? Now I'm going to zoom out for perspective. And I'm going to add some light. See the face? Look at the crown on top of the head. hit the autofocus so we don't do that. See the massive hammer, the crown, and you see the face, the eyeballs you see from here. Now I have a better shot. Let's see. Might just be that one shot, but that's perfectly fine. Yep, this is the one that I enhanced. See the hammer, the crown, the face, the body. This is a building. It's in the sky. A giant, a titan. The actual deity Thor. Even when I zoom in on the hammer, you'll see studs on top of the hammer. Zoom out. The real Thor, not what they give you on television. Zoom in on the face once again before I move in. That's the face. You see the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. Giant, strange looking cat being with a crown. Moving on. From Community Post, I showed you the Star Family. They're out these ships, they're waving, they're saying hello. You see the entity here with the arm up, waving. You see the woman's face right here. I'll zoom in on it and pull down some of the light because it's washed out. Now, folks, this is her hair. Her face is here. You see her ear, her eyeballs. Third eye vision on 1 million, folks. I'm trying to tell you, nobody's doing it like this. Now let's get that into focus. Pull down some of the light so you can see that woman's face and hair. And you see the man right over top of her, another entity with his arm up, waving. You see her arm here? Face, hair. This guy, arm up, body, head. People said, Riz, that might be a djinn. It's humanoid, not human. You clearly see his face right here. Eyes, nose, mouth. Strange looking headdress. Peace, love, and light. No mistakes over here, folks. Rashad Jamal mentioned the lion. The lion's gate. You see the enormous lion's face with the mane, the eye, the nose, the mouth. That was filmed in the sky, folks. And now I want to show you where that comes from. It comes from this photo right here. Okay? I put this in the community post also. Massive V-shaped UFO with the cockpit. The nose is pointed up. It's a giant entity on the outside of it right here. You see the propulsion system in the back. Looks like jets. You see the wings with definition and detail in them. But this is where the lion's face comes from, folks. I'm going to zoom in on it. See a circle down there? Let that resonate. You see? It's the same image. The lion's face. Right at the bottom. Massive UFO. Then we zoom in. It's an entity sitting on the edge right here. See his pointed head, bulgy eyes, his body, sitting in a massive chair on the outside of the craft. I'll zoom out for perspective to show you where he is, and you still see his massive arms, head and body. Let's go to another shot. I'm moving fast. I have a lot on this one video I'm trying to get off. It was going to be a quickie, but it's a lot of information. The massive creature outside the craft. Let's try to pull down the light. The ship. Clearest UFO picture I've ever seen. The cockpit dome, you see light shining on it. You see the circular rim going around it. And down in the corner, of course, the lion's face. Eyeball, nose, mouth, mane. Moving on with speed. Okay, this is another image of what I call the smoking man image. You see he has a fedora style hat on with the black line going through it, black sunglasses, pointed nose, ear, chin, and he has a cigarette coming out of his mouth with smoke coming out of it. This was filmed in the sky. Now I'll take you to where that picture actually comes from. Let's see, it comes from this image right here. It's a little pixelated, but this is the image right here. Let's see if we have another one that's a little clearer. This still is a slightly pixelated, but that's the image right there. And then we go to the screenshot in the black and white. And I'll enhance the light, pull it down a little bit. You even see the smoke coming out of the cigarette. The giant nose, the black glasses, the fedora style hat with the brim going through the top of it, the ear. Yeah, that's a strange one to me also, folks. I'm not going to lie to you. This is from YouTube channel Totally Noob. It says Tornado in Barking London 2021. And this is the image that they posted. I'll zoom all the way out. But then when you enhance it and add the contrast, it's a serious portal, folks. I mean, that's the definition of a hole. A port hole. Look at that. You can see the dimensions going down it. Looks like a whale shark with his mouth open. Shout out Totally Noob YouTube channel. This picture is amazing. Just they called it a tornado, but it looks like a portal to me, folks. Moving on, moving quickly. Shout out Beyond the Spectrum. She's been telling y'all that it's a lot of dragon, serpent energy here. This is a massive creature. This is his head. These are the ridges and stuff that encompass the body, the front legs, and its entities and beings all on it, being transported. Now I'm going to zoom in on the face of the massive dragon. There's his eyeball. Here's the front of his face, the bottom of his mouth. That's very clear to see. The elongated neck protruding down. And then I'll take you to some of the faces that are meshed into this giant creature. I mean, do I need to point them out? I mean, those are eyeballs, folks. Humanoid creatures standing all on top of this thing. Somebody explain to me what type of creature that is. You see the snout, the eyes, the pointed ears. Looks like fur coming off the bottom of his face. Let me zoom in. This one looks like appears to be a horse with a bridle around his neck. Yeshua Pandera told you, this is the spiritual realm. And I'm just here to show you. I'm not here to give you my opinion, my theory, none of that. Just show and prove all things. Believe it or not. Another strange entity outside the craft. It looks like he's wearing a knight outfit. I mean, you can see his face right here. His armor looks just like a knight about to go into a battle and joust. And it looks like he has a dragon on his shield right here. There's the wings, the elongated neck. They have a shield with a dragon on it. You can Google that, folks, and see what type of reference comes up. I guarantee you it's a reference in this reality. The knight. I have to go over it a few times, folks, because a lot of people don't really see what we see. Those that have a fully open third eye. It's not a mystery. It's not a conspiracy. It's a real thing. Okay? This is some type of entity with armor on, riding in something with a shield on it, with a dragon on it. I'll zoom in extra tight and I'm going to move on. Okay? Back to the dragon's face. The eyeball. The orbital ridge that goes around. I mean, it's stereotypical. And that's the entity right there. Look how anomalous that is. That shouldn't be in the sky. How does a cloud take on such an organic shape like that of like an animal? Okay, moving on. This is one from a while ago. Somebody told me this when they saw this picture, it reminded them of a show called Naruto, where they had the seven-tailed fox or something like that. I mean, I'm not really familiar with that anime, but you can see it's blowing another entity out of its mouth. Here are its pointed ears. You see the eyes illuminated, the nose, the white whiskers. Here's his mouth open and is blowing this other small entity out. That's a biological creature that resembles a dragon. You see the ridges going across his spinal cord back. You see his eye. This is the front part of his face. These the bottom part of his legs. And I'll just try to hold that in and adjust the light just so you can see that one creature right there. It resembles a baby calf with spikes all over it. See his eye? The spikes going across the ridge of the spinal cord. The legs coming down. And it's being blown out into existence. People don't understand how creation works on a supernatural level. There's entities that create other beings by blowing them into existence. You see the mouth open, the white puff, and then the creature is here. The giant fox-looking creature. Eye, nose, mouth, white whiskers, pointed ears. You can even see the detail in fur and variation in color. I mean, I can go way deeper into this picture because it's people all around. Look at this old woman standing here with the nose, the mouth, the chin, the eyes, hair in a part going side to side, wearing what appears to be like a fur, and she has her arm up and she's holding up one finger. I mean, I could go in for days, folks, just on one photo, you know, but like time is of the essence. Okay, this is the black and white shot of it. For those that might see in this spectrum a little better. You see the giant cat-looking entity. I mean, it's a giant, folks. And it's spitting out a smaller, looks like horned entity. Okay, I'll zoom in on a smaller creature so you can see it again. You see that's the head of the creature right there. There's his body, his legs. Yeah, when folks come across my channel, listen. No one on so-called Earth is showing this stuff, folks. I'm here to tell you, this is not something that's just made up and, you know, out of the blue and just computer generated. These are real images I've taken myself, and fellow like-minded subscribers that have YouTube channels send me pictures, or I go on their channels and I just screenshot interesting things of the supernatural. I mean, I've had spirit communications with the dead. It's on my channel. I've made clouds disappear into the blue on camera. Like, I mean, what more must I show? But we must endure into the end. Now, I'm about to get real crazy on y'all. Super. Now, I'm watching a news video on YouTube. This man right here is walking in New York, and it was an explosion underground. Okay? I'm going to show y'all what's in the explosion. Believe it or not, people don't understand how we have guardian angels, how it's demonic spirits that will try to trip you into traffic to cause your death. You know, and then you have guardian angels that are there to protect you. Beyond the Spectrum talked about Anubis, the dog-faced deity. There's the eyes, the elongated snout, the black nose, the ears coming down, the crown on his head. I showed Anubis on this channel, and you see the serpent coming out around him. Now this is manifesting in the smoke and the fire, folks, believe it or not. Now I'm gonna move on. Okay. Entity manifesting behind him. This person is in the in-between right now. They don't know if he's ready to cross over and be killed in this explosion or saved. You have two entities back here. They're hugging each other. It could be someone, his relatives, trying to save him, preventing an early time for him. Now, I'm going to move on. Again, you see him here. The explosion was massive. Now, look at the entities' faces. Look at this guy hovering in the air and this one here. I'm going to zoom in on him. I'm telling you, this man caught in this explosion. He was ready to be crossed over, but for some odd reason, he was spared. Going to the next shot. Now, I skipped that shot because, look, the explosion was so massive, he fell down here. This is the fireball and the smoke. Now, look what's in the fireball and smoke. I'm telling you, this guy is marked. His death was ordered because look at this demonic entity right here with the big nose, the eyes, the mouth. You see his horns. This is not me making it up, folks. This is serious business here. Now I'm gonna go to the shot that's enhanced and zoomed in. You see the entity with his mouth open. He has extremely big nose, eyes, horns, black ears. You see the dent in his cheekbones and everything. And I've put on my community post that, you know, you could Google it yourself. What color is the devil? And they're going to tell you the devil is black. Yes, like an African American, a Negro, whatever ambiguous name you want to give to the extraterrestrials of this planet. Yes, Lucifer. Rashad Jamal talked about it today. Lucifer, Zeus. They're all melanated beings. Very superstitious when you believe in things that you don't understand. Stevie Wonder told y'all years ago, but that's just novelty to the average mind. You know, you see the people standing around. These are his ancestors, probably begging for him not to be killed in this explosion. Yeah. Look at the entity. Look at the faces. This man was marked for death. You see the red face, the black eyes, the nose, the mouth. You see the silhouette side profile of this face. I'm talking about, you think Final Destination was just a movie made out of someone's imagination? No, because everyone has an expiration date. That's why you have guardian angels and such things. But I know the average person doesn't believe in that because they don't have an understanding. They just understand the 3D. You see the faces. I mean, come on, that's clearly a nose, a mouth. It's unbelievable, folks, but believable. Moving on. I'm 23 minutes into this video. I'm trying to encapsulate it all, if possible. This one might be too much. I showed it before. I called it the Dragon Rider. Let's let the focus catch up. You see, I did this on purpose to show you that this is a physical object. And that's the face of the entity that's riding on the back of this massive beast. Okay? Now, I just want to show you the face. It looks like Thanos. Or one of the Olmec faces with a massive nose, eyes, big forehead. Look like it's wearing a helmet. And you see the detail on top of it. You see his ear. Look at that. It's looking right at you. Now, let's go to another photo of the same, but not so blacked out. Hit the autofocus, let it catch up. And you can see this entity here, it looks like Thanos or a giant Olmec with the cape. His arm is holding on to one of the spikes of the beast that he's riding on. Here's his body, and you see the creature looks like a giant whale or fish. It has that type of body with a dorsal fin and a tail of a sea creature. Now, this is the face of the entity. I'm going to zoom in. Seeing is believing. Like Matlock Soap says in my UFC voice, seeing is believing. Let's get ready to rumble. That's the face and spikes of the creature. Okay. This is a clear image of the face of the entity, the giant beast that the man's riding. Trying to adjust some of this light, folks. It's kind of hard to articulate there. See the spikes on the head like Godzilla? And you wonder why dragons are talked about consistently, or serpents. It's real deal stuff, folks. It's not a game. Back to Zeus. Shout out Hookah Anonymous that couldn't see it. Hopefully, brother, this video will help. I'm going to zoom in on Zeus. You see his piercing eyes, his nose, his mouth, his white beard, white hair, pointed ear. I mean, the expression on his face is priceless. Look at that. You can see his skin is melanated also. It's not a game, folks. I'm here for a reason, not a season. I'm the real deal. I'm sent from the Most High to show these things to the whole inhabitants of this world. Whether you choose to believe that you're descended into the lower parts of the earth, which the Bible describes as hell, or you think you live on a round ball, whatever your understanding, overstanding, or thinking is, I'm here to help. Okay? You've been lied to. I just don't talk. I show and prove. Zeus. Peace, love, and light.